David, a heartbreaking way to lose. What's your initial reaction to that?
What do we say? It's the same stuff again all season. There's been so many moments that things just don't go their way. I cannot fault players again for working and competing. Unfortunately, there's a few moments today, just decision making. We should have won the game. We had a chance for a set piece and a chance for we broke on them, and then in the last minute, obviously they just lump a ball into the box and they get off the scrap that goes in the net. And what do you say to that? It's very frustrating. And I say there's not a lot of words you can say. For our supporters that come here, they were fantastic. But and I don't want to do this, but I've got to the point now. There's too many games this season that the referees costing us games, costing us points. And I've said it openly the last time a few weeks ago about people's livelihoods at risk. They don't care. They don't care. They do not care, because again today in the first half there was so many things that happened. Judging on for that, there's a penalty again. We get a player booked. I think we had every time we tackle somebody it was a booking. Every time they tackled, not inconsistent. But what kills us is he puts 4 minutes up. They score in the 95th plus 30 odd seconds. Now granted there was a sub, so it's an extra minute. Where's the other time? And to prove that he's wrong, he then played on again up to about 97 and a half, because they scored, he obviously realises that he's made a mistake again, and it's another mistake that's affected us. And again, even though I'll give accountability for us, we've got to score the chances we've got to do better with balls into the box. And then the last bit, we've still got to defend it, but you need a fair platform to do that, and at times it's never fair for us at all. And I'm not trying to make excuses on it, but it's not acceptable. It's just the same stuff. And what happened obviously last time, we got an acceptance from officials that they made a mistake, but I just don't think they realise the impact it has on the football club and on people. And it's a pity that they don't, because it maybe make them make better decisions.
I think it's fair to say that they was pretty direct throughout the game. Was that more of a reflection on how we were restricting them to playing football and we forced them to play that way?
Yeah, listen, Ben's not a safety make. We defended so well, and then even in the first half we had opportunities. I'm not saying we were brilliant, because at the time of the season we're scraping for points, you're trying to get games, but yeah, they just went diagonals a lot of the time and tried to put it on us. When you look at it, it was just a second ball game. What we were trying to do is try and find times to show more quality, which at times we did, times we didn't, but we still created better moments in the match. We nullified them, and again I credit the players for that, but we've got to find ways of not losing games of football. Said that to them a minute ago, and unfortunately, even though they've obviously went long and big and played off second balls the full game, unfortunately that last minute it's just extremely frustrating, because they've not made Ben make a save, and in the very last minute of the game he managed to concede. And it's happened before, if you remember Oldham, a free kick in the box, and there's other games as well throughout this season where it's happened, but it's another points dropped, and it's points that we need. And it's just really frustrating, and I say you're lost for words sometimes on how do you legislate for what goes on in the games, whether it be us, whether it be referees. It's just it's extremely frustrating.
Just finally, I know how hard it is to sort of think ahead after watching that, but just how important is it that we do go again on Tuesday and we keep believing in what we're trying to achieve?
That's all we can do, it's how we go, and I said never to a hard luck story, but the games like you think of Sutton losing late goals, throwing games away. We've done it. It's happened again today, and then if you look at it, we then go beat Forest Green, who are obviously higher up the table. And for whatever happens, sometimes that the games don't go the way you want to go. We're just going to keep trying and keep working. And it's the most galling thing is there's games that we should have got points from. Another one today. Did we deserve to win the game? Maybe. We didn't deserve to lose the game. So it's another point dropped, if not 3 points dropped, that we could have got. And if you look at those key moments later in the game, we should have scored. And I'd like to think if we scored, that was it. But to not get those points, we're just going to have to dust ourselves down. It's a gruelling schedule all the way back home to come back again to Aldershot for a Tuesday's game. But listen, they're going to have to get on with it, and they're going to have to put themselves back out there, and they're going to have to try and win a game of football, and we're going to have to find ways of getting points. Today, again, I can't fault them in regards to their mentality, pre-game, the work at training. They're working hard, they're trying to take things on board, and a lot of the things we looked at were there. As in, they never did a save. Do you know what I mean? Our opportunities, we just have got to show more quality in that final third. If we show more quality in the final third, we'd win a lot more games than we have, but we haven't, and we're just going to have to keep trying to work on it.